Alright, we're going to look at Herb Lubalin. So the very first thing you're going to have to do is make a document filled up with the majority of his work. And what you're going to do is you might have to go image size and decrease it a little bit so it's a little bit smaller. Not everyone's going to have to do that, but don't make it a massive document because Color Explorer can only deal with 250k. So it's pretty small. When you go File Save As and you save it as a JPEG, yeah, I do want to replace it. You will be given a sign of how big the document is, and it has to be under 250 for Color Explorer to properly analyze it. So this one's 245k, so that's perfect. Okay, so we don't need that anymore. But we're going to go to Color Explorer. We're going to find our document that's only at 242k, and we're going to upload the image and see what we come up with. So I've already done that. So these are the colors that the computers come up with, and we're going to print screen that and move it into here, and we just want to have to look at these. So these are the colors that Color Explorer is telling us that Herb Lubalin mainly uses. So we want to get a golden section, an empty golden section, and just using the eyedropper tool and the paint bucket tool, we're just going to slowly fill in this area. So I'm just gonna quickly do that. Alright, here we got a Herb Lubalin, a golden spiral basically filled with the major colors that he's used in that selection that I analyzed. It's not terribly exciting, a lot of subdued colors, lots of kind of tan colors and stuff, but I guess that's just his style. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go File New, International Paper A3, and this is the size of the poster that we're going to put in. So I'm going to drag this, whoops, I have to unlock it first, this golden spiral in, and it's going to fit here, and I'm going to give it a stroke of maybe not black, but what's the darkest color he's got? Maybe this yellow. It might be a bit odd, but just to separate it from the rest of it. Okay, so there's the golden section. Now I'm going to choose one of these colors, maybe actually that kind of cream, and I'm going to do the entire background in that color. And now this is starting to look odd, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to make the stroke perhaps a different color because that looks really weird. Maybe just black, just to separate it from the background. Okay, so right. Now I'll just show you some things I did beforehand. I found some cool fonts that I thought Herb Lubalin may have used, or things that reminded me of his stuff. Now, because he's a calligrapher, all of his stuff is going to be pretty interesting, and a huge varied range of fonts that he would have used. He used Pistilli-Roman because it looked really 70s and it had these nice big dots on the eyes. Fancy Pants because it's fancy. Love is Quarrel because it's got some cool serifs. Dynalight Regular. And Kunstler Script just because it's so ornate. But, you know, make up your own decision. So I've downloaded these because I thought they reminded me of his work. And the other thing I did is I just quickly went to Wikipedia and I found some stuff about him. Quite a lot about him. But what I'd like you guys to do is to keep to the style and not so much his biography, because some of this is actually pretty boring. So talk about his style, use your own words, and don't just completely copy it like I did. Although some of it's interesting. He got sued, he lost a lot of money, started up a new business, started up his own film. A pretty interesting life, but keep to the style. So what else do we need? We're going to go to a document I made of what you guys are looking at. Here he is. So we want a picture of him. Actually, that one might be better. So there's a picture of him, and although how good quality is this? It's pretty terrible. Actually, no, we won't use that one. I'll find some other things that I think are cool. Maybe this one of him. So a picture of the designer, and some of his work that I quite like. This is great. Love this page. And what else? Some of his fonts. I'll do that one. And what else? And this one's quite cool as well. So none of them are that great. They're just a range of images that we can use. So I'm just gonna copy these all in. So you can just go Control A or Pretzel A to select all. Control A or Pretzel X. Go to your document. We don't need that anymore. Those are the works used. We don't need the golden spiral anymore because I've already copied that. So basically getting everything into here. Oh, that's the same kind of cream. Make them a little bit bigger. And I'm just going to copy this. It's probably too big. Right, downsize it a bit so it's just his face. That's a cool page of calligraphy. That's a cool page. And what else have we got? That's it. Right, that's fine. That's enough. That's cool. Alright, great. So we've got a picture of the designer, which I'm going to put in the top right. Maybe only that big. I'm going to use from here. So I'm just going to rearrange this. Alright, I just grabbed this large, high quality image of some of his work called Beards, and I'm going to bring this in as well, although I don't want the whole image. I'm just going to unlock it as a layer and just select the purple with select color range. So I've just selected that, and I'm just going to cut that out, and I'm going to put that in here. And the reason is I just want this sort of a background color that's going to be about this big. Although it's not really working. Hang on a second. I'm gonna try that again. All right. Sorry, I just selected that with slightly different settings. So here's this really high quality calligraphy that he's done. I'm only going to select half of it, and we're going to put it into here. So it's quite a high quality one. So I'm going to make it a bit bigger. And the reason is that we're just going to concentrate on one little side of it. It doesn't matter if we can't see what it is, because I'm actually going to have it fairly small, and I'm going to color overlay it with a color from our swatch. So I might do this crazy mint color. Or does that look too weird? That looks better. That kind of lavender. So yeah. Now I should explain what I'm going to try to do with this. Maybe I'll put it on this side, although I've already kind of done that with another designer. So I'm going to do this side just to be interesting. Try to be interesting. So I'm going to move that down there until it's just sort of... That's starting to look interesting to me. I don't know. So yeah, designers here. Some examples of his work here. Might use this area here as well. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, actually. Yeah, actually, I don't know anymore. Oh, too much. And pressing down Alt, I'll be able to get that part of his chin back. That's not looking too weird. A little bit weird, but... Okay, so anyway, we want part of his face. I might actually do it instead of his photograph. Yeah, I'm going to do that instead. Okay, sorry, I'm just making some of this stuff up as I go, but that's okay. I just think that looks kind of better, because his face is made out of type. You can't really see, but that's kind of the idea. So that's kind of a cool layout. So, right. So, here's what we're going to do. The very first thing is that we're going to have to do is choose what font we're actually going to have him in. I'm going to go with Pistilli-Roman that I downloaded. Can't remember where, but Pistilli-Roman, and I'm going to write his name, Herb Lubalin, and I'm going to select that in, what did I say, Pistilli. I think that needs to be on 2 different lines. There we go. And we'll right align it. And we'll make it as light as I possibly can to sort of follow the shape of the face. And that purple is a bit wacky. I don't even know how I got that. But I'm going to once again choose something from this. Maybe I'll do the mint now. That's looking weird. I might add a stroke of it's a darker color. It's a weird grey. See how this looks. I don't know if it's going to work. Oh, it's going to look interesting. Let me move the opacity down just a tiny bit. Well, it's his style. So now here's the trick. So now I want you to use the pen tool. Make sure it says path, not shape. Although you can do it by shape as well, but we're going to do it by path. So we've got this weird shape now that we want to fill. So just look. So I'm using the pen tool. I'm going across, down by his chin. Actually, no, I'm going to start again. That's terrible. No. Sorry. Let's try that again. So I'm going to start here, go down to here, and then all the way down to here. Yes, it's a very weird shape. Okay, so now you've got layers which you're aware of and channels, but you've also got this thing called path. So this particular work path is where we're going to put some text. So when you put text anywhere else, it's a square, but then when you put it inside this, it turns to a circle. So we're going to use this, and then we're going to grab some information about the artist. There we go, copied it, and we're going to paste it in. And now it's that crazy color, but once again we're going to choose a better color from here. Maybe that kind of weird gray he uses. And we're going to choose a good font. So what's another cool one that remind us of him? Fancy Pants, Lover's Quarrel. Will it be able to be read? Let's try Dynalight. Maybe I should have done his name in a different way. But anyway, let's just go with it. So Dynalight. Where's that? Dynalight. How does that look? That looks pretty herb-ish. But now, of course, we can't read anything because it's that weird color. So we're gonna have to choose something a little bit darker. So I've got this lavender, of course, which we're not gonna be able to see either. But we could just take a artistic license and just sort of make it a little bit darker, just so we can read it. All right. So it's following that weird shape. I don't like how this part is up there, so I'm just going to get rid of that. And oh, I suppose it could work. It doesn't really matter that much. So that's the information about him. And I'm just going to go back to my information, and I'm going to choose one other thing about him. So I found this quote about Herb called Let's Talk Type, Let Type Talk. So I'm just going to copy that and put that in a different thing in here. Cool. And the last thing I've done is I've just added that quote, Let's Talk Type, Let Type Talk in Fancy Pants at the bottom.